And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to A Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past 13 Heart Run. I'm your LP for today, capital G. And we're continuing on with the Desert Palace. And as you've seen previously, it's one of those rooms where you have to push a block. One specific block, and it has to be this block to open the door. The other ones don't move at all. Also, we're just going to run in here, grab this key, because keys are awesome, and evil possessed floor tiles, not so much. Let's get out of here if we can. Done. Let's continue on, and watch out for the BMOs. The BMOs, like I said, the range is insane. You have to be very, very careful around them, because they can get you at any angle, really. There's no safety unless you're actually behind something that can block the shot, like maybe these statues. Even I say maybe these statues because it's not very reliable that they protect you. Although it seems to be working out fine here. So it gives me a chance to sort of come out of nowhere and snipe. Sorry for being overly cautious, I really don't like these BMOs. You see that? That's not exactly an easy angle, and he went for it. And I found the key. It was hiding over here, so I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to grab that. I'm trying to stay healthy, and it's not working out very nicely, so out we go. And here we've got more floor tiles, so I'm just going to keep on moving, and I hope I don't get hit, because I've got 2 hearts. I should be okay-ish, but I would rather not take damage if I don't have to. So there's the key. Managed to get that. Still running. You can fight them off with this sword if you wanted to. I'm just pressing the button rapidly, like super fast. Just make sure I don't get hit. As you can see, it's a pretty tedious process. And once you get this little like skull pattern, that means the floor tiles are done. Didn't have to wait for all the floor tiles to do that, but just to show you how it worked, I decided to do so. So this guy, as you remember, 2 arrows. So let's wake him up. 1, 2. And for this section, they give you a little bit of magic. Here's the reason: you need to be able to light all 4 of these up with your lantern. And how's this for a cool effect? Remember, this is 1993. So this game originally came out. And I did not have a Super Nintendo at the time, but I did have a Sega Genesis, and I've never seen anything like that on a Sega Genesis. And with that done, look what we have here. We have these warm thingamabobbies, and the patterns are pretty simple. They appear randomly out of the ground, and when they do, they shoot dirt in 4 directions. And they deal a half a heart of damage each time, but they can get a lot of coverage on the screen. So the best ways of fighting them, of course, are using the spin attack. And the most effective weapon is the ice beam. But I do not have a lot of ice, unfortunately. What makes the ice really cool is it travels at a fairly slow speed. So it's actually easier to hit them with something that's fairly wide and has a slow speed. Fortunately, I lack the magic. So I have to rely on the spin technique to fight them off. Spin technique, or even just a regular slash, but the spin technique makes it a bit easier to hit them than just try and slash away, because of its wider sphere of influence. And I'm doing pretty good here. I definitely like the look of this. That's 2. This third one, now that there's only 1 left, whenever he appears, he'll be shooting projectiles in 8 directions instead of 4. So it makes it harder to sneak in and get a hit in, but Just have to charge up your spin technique, watch your angles, and move in, and if you hit him, you hit him. If you don't, wait till next time. But because of knockback, tanking doesn't work. So don't try and tank hits to see if you can get to him, because it's not going to work. It will not be a good day for you. Boom. Of course, it's also really hard to get multiple hits because you bounce off him anyways. You knock yourself back whenever you hit him. Done! Select our heart container. We're up to 5 hearts. And the Pendant of Wisdom. Yeah, it's the Pendant of Wisdom because it's blue, by the way. Oh, it's the Pendant of Power? Why is it blue? Blue is the color of wisdom, not of power. One of those little details. Anyways, max health, max magic. Maximum win. So, what else do we have to do here? You know what? I can't think of anything special that we need to do prior to Death Mountain. So, with that in mind, let's go to Death Mountain. Great tourist attraction, actually, in spite of its name. And that's something we're coming back for later, by the way. We can't get to it now. I wish we can get to it now, but we can't. So, by the way, the power gloves, I think we're allowed to lift these. Yes, we are. So now we can find all sorts of secrets hiding under here. And this guy, I'm calling him Davos. He's a thief. Check out the cave east of Lake Hylia. Strange and wonderful things live in it. Okay, so he's not actually giving us money. Just a tip. So, there's other thieves that'll give you money, but not this one. Oh well. Now this guy, I'm trying to remember how this worked. There you go, you have to lift the sign. And then he follows you around. Why'd you take my sign? It says plain as day, leave me alone. So now he's following us for a bit. I don't remember why he's following us around. Once I remember, it's probably for something later in the game that I can't do now. Knowing my luck, this guy's giving us free money. I like that. Can't enter with someone following me, so I guess we can't enter then. It's unfortunate, so let's just leave. We'll come back later once I remember what his role in all this is. I remember it's something really cool, but I can't remember what that really cool thing was. I really can't. So anyways, now that we can, let's lift that and throw this away. And we've got a guy here with an arrow thinking he can outshoot me. Well, no, he can't. Done. I win. Archer's Duel. To get to Death Mountain. Actually, the best way, if I remember correctly, is to go through Kakariko. So that's the way. That's the direction I'm going in. Yes, away. Goodbye. Not interested. I'll grab that. I said I'll grab that, and we'll go to Kakariko on our way to Death Mountain. So yes, during the LP I've been talking about how I first played this on the Game Boy Advance. Good port of the game, at least in my opinion. And of course this particular LP I'm playing it off of the Wii U Virtual Console. But now I want to hear about your story. Where did you first hear about this particular game? Where did you first play this game? Did you play it off of the Super Nintendo when they first came out? Free bomb. Not that I... Actually, I do kind of. Yeah, I only have like 5 left. But yes, where did you first play this game? If you're watching and you've played this before and you love this game. I know there's a lot of people that love this game. But where did you first play it? Let me know. I want to hear about it. Hang on. This guy pissed me off because I was trying to read the sign and he decided to attack me, so boom. Do not enter Death Mountain without the king's permission. Well, the king is probably dead. So, we're entering. We have Princess Zelda's permission for all intents and purposes. So this is a one-way passage, by the way. There's bats everywhere. And by bats I mean keese. They're called keese. K-E-E-S-E. Some people hear the name and they think K-E-Y-S, but no. It's K-E-E-S-E. And I'm glad we have the light because we can actually see stuff. If you still haven't collected the lantern by this point and you walk into here, well, good luck to you. Anyway, talk to the old man here. I don't know who you are, but if you're going up to the mountain, will you take me with you? I lost my lamp. So, sure, why not? Watch your step, there are holes in the ground. Could you turn right here? Young man, are you also going to the mountain to look for the golden power? Just ahead is a mountain full of monsters. Many people have vanished in this mountain while looking for the golden power. Yeah, so... He said turn right, but we went a little too far to the right. We just need to go around the hole. Turn right here. You know, I have a granddaughter who is your age. Oh, really? I'd love to meet her. The king took her to the castle and she never returned. Kidnapping those maidens must be part of the wizard's plot. And he's pretty much in the nose to what's going on. It's pretty interesting. Who is this guy? I'm glad we met him. If he knows something he can help out on the quest. Definitely glad we met him. And these guys are weird. You attack them and they turn to stone. And then you can't do any further damage. The missing maidens are still alive somewhere. I believe a hero will rescue them. Yes, that will be me. These are dangerous times. I talk too much. Thanks, I want to give you this. If you wander into a magical transporter, gaze into this mirror. Gave you the magic mirror. It's blue, clear, and beautiful. You feel like it's going to absorb you into another world. So let's go in here. The wizard has deceived the king, and now he is trying to open the way to the dark world. To complete your quest, you will need the moon pearl, which is in the tower on top of the mountain. All I can do for you now is comfort your weariness. Come back here at any time. And the best part is, if you were to save your game the legit way, you have the option of restarting from this point. So as for me, I'm trying to think how much time this episode's at right now. I think we're good to call it here. So with that in mind, next time on The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, we'll continue our explorations of Death Mountain and go towards this tower that this gentleman has been talking about. I'm also losing my voice, so I can use the break. Have a good one, everybody.